What up? What up? What up? Friends, what's going on, everybody? It has been a while. Monday night, lots to do, lots to say, and I'm happy to have a live stream. You guys know how I love having live streams. Anyway, so much is going on, and this stream is going to help me catch up with like the last bit of information we got on the upcoming update, and we're going to go over it, even though there's always been stuff about it, but I like to do my little read along. And then we got an event, and then we have dailies to do, and then we will just hang out. But if you're new to the channel, I hope I have your attention. Kick it, just hang out. Don't expect too much because we're just chilling. Big announcement. So a few of us we joined up with this new alliance, dude. Lend, which might be getting a new name, who knows. But so last season was great. Sadly, I didn't get the opportunity to stream a lot of the fights. We had a lot of fights, a lot. It really made up for a terrible season. Before this one, it really made up for it. But then, unfortunately, like you guys always know, I ended up going through like fucking like 2 weeks of events at work, and I missed out like on a lot of other fights. But my goodness, so much fun. So much fun. And then the result was that we got invited to join a new team, and a few of us are going to be taking that, and we are in a new home. And you guys will still see stuff on SK. I'm not leaving that alliance alone. They still need a king, and I want to make sure that that place is a good home for players. But other than that, like it's been great, dude, just to see some activity, because it's this game is not nice to new teams or anybody that has the desire to want to be able to build a new team from the ground up, like I've said in previous streams, right? But if you just keep communicating, you just try to make adjustments and grow, you'll be able to meet the right people and make something out of something. So anyway, with that being said, let's get in game and let's go through the latest notes. We have to go through that because yeah, we gotta go through it. But before that, I gotta start collecting some stuff. Hold on. We gotta donate here. We gotta collect all of it. Look, this is great. I haven't seen this in ages, dude. Ages. It's just really fucking great. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Great. Okay, so let's get this collected. Oof, I need to collect 2 more. We already did that. So let's collect this stuff. Let's heal some other people. Man, my goodness, I still have a lot left over from the season. Let's see. Okay, where's the mana pit? Let's send our gatherer there. Bloop. Good to go. And then we will... Oh yeah, so check this out. I got the new heroes. I'm super stoked. They're fantastic. But this is not the build I wanted to use. Actually, I wanted to do this. I need to fix this. Wind Weasel goes here. The Wind Weasel, this is a work in progress. Do not think that this is the final cut. These are great. This is not so great. You know what? Let me see how durable this is. Confirm. 18. Okay, 40, right? Start. What the fuck, people? Sorry, guys, my phone's going off. And then that's that. So then we're gonna go over here, see if we can get anything to make them a little build, blah, blah, research, blah. We'll just gather this. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What's in there? Uh-huh. 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 Nothing there. Nothing there. There. Okay. All right. So that's that. Give me a sec. Getting blown up over here. Okay. Let's go back a couple days. We got something in the system. We got this. You can tell I can update this one. Okay, so we got the update. I don't understand. I don't know if you guys will ever get it. Hey, what's up, Boston Bird? Appreciate you being here. If you guys have noticed, sometimes they'll add like edited versions closer to the date. So I haven't seen anything else. This was sent on the 12th. And nothing yet. So yeah. Okay, we are gonna go through the whole thing because I still haven't read it. I was trying to listen to the other videos that went over the Archer buff, but I can't listen to them. They didn't make any sense. So we'll eventually get to it. It's Winter's Wish on the 18th, which is 3 days away. Nice, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Oh, this thing is way slow. Okay, now here we go. New events, Winter's Wish. We already know what that's about. It'll have a theme and events and other stuff you can do. Then we have the New Year events, avatar frame nameplates. Okay, cool. Those are the ones where you can get like pet fruit and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I highly recommend everybody participate in those. They offer some great rewards. New hero, here we go. Hero Saluna. Overall PvP skills available from Hero Recruitment. It's an epic hero. Saluna sounds like Wilderberg. Okay. Overall PvP and skills. That doesn't say it's a flyer. But if it's skills. Okay. Overall PvP and skills. Saluna. Wilderberg, you guys think? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. That's always good. I love that they don't ignore this. This is always good. Season of Strife 4 improvements. They're improved map balancing in Season of Strife 4, adjusting the terrain of the Shen-Chi region. There are now 3 portals in different locations around the Shenmue that will take you from Shenmue to the Shadow Dragon Lair. Okay. No matter which direction you approach it from, you will have an equal chance to contest them. In order to maintain game balance, Season of Strife 4 will no longer allow you to open lair portals to the Shadow Dragon using alliance skills. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. So the season that we participated in that one with the Shadow Dragon, there was only one way to get to it, and it really made it worth fighting for. So I don't see how this is going to make it any better. And it was funny. It was really funny. So there was only a south entrance. Like when you would see the map and you would zoom in, to that big old tree, there's only a southern entrance at the base of the tree that you can go for, right? Which I think they shouldn't have changed it. I don't know why they did that. Obviously, because a lot of people were complaining because they couldn't get to it. But the funniest part was it's kind of like a hallway, and the alliance that was able to get the shadow dragon just filled the entire hallway with every single they just 5-bombed it and filled it up. Like, I think the entire alliance is literally having 5 bombs in there, just standing so that nobody could like go and try to take the dragon. It was absolutely hilarious. But having like a different, like 3 portals, so it would be like what, west, east, and south. But it's really weird. The map, yeah. Well, I mean, if they're map balancing, it's gonna be a new map. So and in my personal opinion, I didn't enjoy that map. It just allowed for too much downtime. And if you're in a situation where you have a lot of alliances that love to just spend time being diplomatic and shit, it's the worst map ever, no matter which way you sell it. And you have to overbuild in the earlier zones, because the closer you get to the final zone, the less room there is to build, or the less reason to build, because it's just, there's not much to offer in the final zone. And from what I remember. So I remember that I didn't hesitate to build more in zone 1 to get other little villages, and just to make sure that we were being able to generate enough resources and stuff. So just keep in mind. But definitely not my favorite season. It was pretty crappy. Easier to get a crazy amount of merits because of the different classes, but not my favorite map. Alliance system improvements. Improved alliance building construction requirements. So construction requirements have been changed for alliance towers, alliance fortresses, and alliance siege bastions. So that's the previous right here. Okay, you can read it on your own. Now it says that alliance towers, fortresses, siege bastions must be built in the location that is adjacent to another building alliance, and that can be connected to that building by a road. This change will take effect in the current season of Strife, Age of Duality, and all seasons that begin after the update. You need a picture to understand this. I can't explain it to you. If you need a picture. So they need to start adding images into this part. But this just makes things more complicated. Okay, that's just it's ridiculous. That's all you need to know. Change spire occupation rules. Okay, so in order to introduce the negative impact that neutral spires have on alliance territory planning, rules for first occupations of spires have been changed. Okay, for first occupations. Now, when the shield of a neutral spire is reduced to 0, it will skip the inactivity phase and be immediately occupied by the alliance that dealt the final blow. Again, you have to read this stuff and read it word per word. So what I'm taking away from this part is that it says the person that gets first dibs will skip the inactivity phase. So there's 2 phases to aspire, right? You take it down, you beat up the first health bar, and then you have a timer to beat up the second bar. So for the first occupation, you don't have that second bar to beat, and I think that's great. I think that's fantastic, right? And it makes sense, and I think this is a good balance, because even if you have allies that are going to be building behind you, and you have the ability to transfer ownership, right? So, but it makes it difficult for the other team from an enemy team to take it from you. So yeah, I think that's a cool addition. I think that's a really cool addition, to be honest. Because normally, what used to exist was that you had to leave if you needed to build and progress, but the Warband Alliance got to it first and took it. Your second alliance team had to leave the Warband, defeat the Spire, and then go after the second health bar. Because again, there's 2. There's the initial health bar, and then when it's inactive. and then rejoin when you captured it, and then you could keep building, and it's just a really big waste of time. So I think that this thing is pretty cool for the people that get it first dibs, and then it just keeps everything pretty flowy when it comes to transferring and everything. Rally icons at overview map. Okay. Realm mail pop-up notifications. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's really helpful. Improved gameplay features. So improved decoration reliquary. Okay. No new ways to obtain decorations. Okay, this is good. More options. Now, decorations aren't our favorite things in the world. Don't sleep on it. Something that I've shared with some people, shared is that getting certain legendaries is going to be difficult unless you break the bank and max it out when it is offered during those limited time events. Or you can work on the epics for now and at least give you some sort of advantage. Okay, there's nothing wrong with working on the epic decorations because they are more easily available. You can get them to the behemoth trails in that little behemoth store. You can get them in the merit shop, and then you can get them. Where else can you get them? There's 3 spots through merits, and then the behemoth trials. Yeah, that's about it, I think, for now. But them adding more ways to obtain them is absolutely fantastic. And don't sleep on it. Do not sleep on it. Don't save them for a rainy day. The second you get an epic, just open it and apply it. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving. New fast promote feature. Promote feature? Okay, that's cool. Improved war pet auctions. Cool. Combat experience. Okay, improved marksman unit experience. Now, here's the thing. This is the one thing I was waiting for. And I was listening to the other YouTubers that covered it, and I just didn't get it, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna see if I can read it and understand it. So it says, in order to improve marksman legions range disadvantage when facing concentrated fire for magic legions, and improve the combat experience of marksman legions. So there's a lot to dissect from that part. Okay. It doesn't mean that life's going to get better for an archer against infantry or against cavalry. It's just only going to get a little more, I would say, manageable against magic because of the range. In order to improve marksman legions range disadvantage when facing concentrated fire, okay, concentrated fire from magic legions, and improve the combat experience of marksman legions, we have added the new marksman unit skill, Tenacious Pursuit. You have to read this word per word. This is only going to benefit you when you are getting concentrated fire from magic legions, not magic legions, multiple, when that murder ball is coming after you. Okay, in a 1v1 situation, it seems that nothing changes based on that first paragraph. When the legion takes magic damage from an enemy legion outside its range. Okay, now it's inconsistent. Now it's saying something different. When the legion takes magic damage from an enemy legion outside its range while in the field, it takes 3.5% less magic damage for 10 seconds, max 10 stacks, and gains 8% march speed for 5 seconds, max 5 stacks. These effects can be triggered by the same enemy legion once every 12 seconds. Fuck, dude. So when my archers take magic damage from an enemy legion outside its range. Okay, so outside of my range, it takes 3.5 less magic damage for 10 seconds. Oh, okay. See, now if 10 are attacking you, it starts to reduce and gains 8% march speed, so you can flee quicker. So you get like a 40%. You can get up to a 40% march speed buff for 5 seconds. Oh, okay. That's how I'm seeing it. I hope everybody else might understand it this way. Maybe everybody watching the stream has already figured this out, okay? But from my take right now, when the Legion takes magic damage, okay. So it gives me time to get the fuck away. Okay. That's not bad. It gives me a boost to be able to get out of there because obviously when you get hit with a bunch, you lose march speed and blah blah blah. Blah. But that's kind of, I don't know. Then what's the point of debuffing at that point, right? For the enemy, you just like, I don't know. This is interesting. I feel like this almost deserves like another 30-minute conversation. This is helpful when it comes to being an archer, main, and yeah, dude, the magic units are just obviously favored in this game by a lot. Just the fact that they got longer range and AoE and their rage accumulation speed is really high. When the Legion takes magic damage from an enemy Legion outside its range in the field, it takes that much less damage for 10 seconds and gains 8% march speed. It's interesting how they added this because it really does. I personally feel that it really um what is the word I'm looking for? It goes with the micromanaging that an archer needs. That's the one thing you people don't understand. And that's why I like to play with archers, even though I'm always losing. It's the micromanagement aspect. I want to physically be able to play the game, like move buttons and stuff like that. I don't want to just like point and shoot, let it just automatically do everything based on what I set up. I want to be able to move it around and this and that and just micromanage. So this does really work well with that. Um, but I mean, debuffs are always going to be part of the game. They're great. I think this just gives a little bit more. And you know what? You can get more creative with your builds with the archers. You don't have to be so just damage based. You know what I mean? Because you want to stay alive for a long time. I like this. I like this a lot. This is great. Yeah, that's really cool. So improved rally garrison combat rules. Oh my god, it's a lot of fucking rules, dude. So fair fight is now part of the basic rules for rally garrison. Fair offense and fair defense talents are no longer required to activate. Okay, so then what's the point of having the rally tree anyways? Changed unit skill rules. Unit skills are disabled during rally garrison combat, and other legions unit skills cannot. Dude, this is intense. Changed unit attribute rules for fair fight. All infantry, cavalry, marksmen, and magic in a rallied army garrisoned will have their attributes equalized with other units of the same level. This is ridiculous. They're really trying to shove this down your throat. Fair defense. Whoa. Yeah, that's intense. Replace the talent fair offense with unfaltering when the rallied army comes under attack. Oh, here's a good one. From PvP legions or rallied army, it takes less damage. This is a big change. I can't even tell you how many times it's like you send the rally and then it gets obliterated because 30 million calves decided to like 5-bomb it, you know what I mean? Or archers and stuff. Yeah, okay, that's great. Fair defense. Yeah, okay, cool. When rally garrison captain's legions has under 20,000 units remaining, healing received by the army will not be applied to the captain's legion. Healing received by the army will not be applied to the captain's legion. So you're just trying to hurry it up at 20k? Whoa. Builds are going to change. Heroes who have activated the fair offense and fair defense will have their talents reset following the update. Oh, that's great. That's fair. I know I just like skimmed through it, right? But I don't want to spend too much time on this, to be honest with you. I recommend all of you read this. If you're like, not aware of this garrison rally stuff, I'm not really a big pro at it, but I like this one right here. And I do like the fact that they reset the talents. But this is interesting. When a rally or garrison captain's legion has under 20,000 units remaining, healing received by the army will not be applied to the captain's legion. That's crazy. Okay. Artifact skill improvement. Improve combat balancing, reducing the suspension effect duration of the artifact. Whoa. Why did they reduce it? Oh, because it's really strong. Okay. You can now on decorations and scouting. Okay, sure, makes sense. Dynamic difficulty improvements. Shorten stack intervals for behemoth on dynamic difficulty from 1 stack every 30 hours to 1 stack every 24. Fucking finally, dude. Finally. What? Get out of here. This is fantastic. After the corresponding Augerstone chapter is complete and dynamic difficulty is unlocked, which is right here, the number of legions each player can deploy to behemoth layers will increase as dynamic difficulty increases up to a maximum of 3 legions. This does not apply to elite raids. Dude, that deserves... Awesome Bird, sorry for the late response. This is not a massive rework. It's just a regular update. Okay. It's funny because this is something that I've always thought about. Increasing the opportunity, the amount of legions someone can carry into a behemoth layer. This is really big. So for those that are in really active alliances, like this is probably not even a big deal to you, but for someone that's been an R5 in a team that we've tried to grow from the ground up, this is a big fucking deal, dude. Maintaining activity is really, really hard unless you have a lot of active players, right? Makes sense. But again, when I always say, this game is not nice to from the ground up type of builds, building a team from the ground up, it really is not, because people will not waste their time going to a new team just because, right? Makes sense. However, there's certain things that I would love for the game to introduce to make it easier for newer teams. And activity is always the one that hits. And because, maybe there's a group of 20 that are like, yeah, let's try something and see who we can get. But you need numbers, dude. That's just how this game is made, and I think it's a fantastic feature. But it's hard to get those numbers when people don't want to leave an active team. Anybody can agree with that. However, the fact is this. There are some players that are very strong, and they can make a difference with a couple more legions in there, right? So, yeah, I think this is cool. Up to 3 legions. I'm going to read this again. So, after the corresponding Augerstone chapter is complete for any behemoth and a dynamic difficulty is unlocked. So what is dynamic difficulty? It says shortened the stacked intervals of behemoths on dynamic difficulty from 1 stack every 30 hours to 1 stack every 24 hours, which means every 24 hours it'll receive a stack of damage. So it's like it gets hit 2% more, 4% more, 5%, like just as an example. And I think it maxes out at 5, right? However, just believe there are teams out there that even with the 5 stack damage advantage, they still can't beat the behemoth because they don't have enough players and everybody's only able to bring in 1 legion. So if they have at least 20, let's say 15 decent players, and they can all bring in 3 legions, that would make a phenomenal difference. Absolute big difference, right? So And however you decide to, to do that is up to you. One person can bring in 3 infantry and everybody brings 3 archers or whatever the combination can be. I think this is really cool, dude. Really, really cool. Improved behemoth raids. So now you can see the unit types and unit count of every deployed legion in the list of players taking part of the raid. Cool. Improved equipment for artifacts and war pets. When deploying a legion, any artifacts or war pets its deputy has equipped will be automatically unequipped when leaving the city. Holy moly, that is a huge improvement in life right there. It doesn't apply to... Oh, that's funny. Makes sense. This doesn't apply to Age of Duality because they introduced a double artifact thing. Okay, that's cool. This is great. Improved Alliance Mobilization event. Okay, I haven't read this yet. I do not like that event. But here it goes. Added personal quests. 2 slots are available for personal quests. The first time you complete one of the personal quests in your slots during the event, you will gain extra points. In order to maintain your event experience, the next Alliance mobilization event will take place after the update. Cool. Improved Crucible Hero events. So improved low boss HP, which had allowed players to finish in under 60 seconds. Oh, shit. Damn. Roots of War. Okay, here we go. Improved Roots of War. What does it do? Let's see. During Roots of War, and I assume this is the... Remember, everybody out there in the YouTube world's watching this. There's Roots of War Exhibition, and there's Roots of War League. And they still haven't gotten it to where like they can just help us understand which one does this apply to. Some people will just question it. I've figured this out because it just figured it out. So this is probably related to Roots of War Exhibition that happens every other week. So during Roots of War, players who are not on the roster can leave the Alliance as usual. What? Okay. Map display improvements. So added a new zoom level to the map. You can now continue zooming out to see the whole map, allowing you to more ease. Thank you. That's great. Don't forget to do the feedback. Please, people, don't ignore the feedback. I'm not doing this now. We'll do it later. But don't ignore the feedback. It's free rewards, dude. Even if it is 3 hours of just speed ups. 3 hours is 3 hours, my friends. Okay, that was cool. Totally cool. Yeah, dude. Right on. Okay, hold on. You guys need to hang out for just a second. Give me a second. No, be right back. Be right back. Cool. Alrighty. I'll start getting the basics done. Stuff done. Saving this for a rain. I don't know when I have to. Maybe I'll do it at the anniversary event and see how far I get. But this is where I'm at. Oh. Oh. What was I?
The Georgia side is not too bad. I mean, there's some houses that are, bigger than what we live in now, and they're like in the 300s, 400,000s, where the house I live in now is in the fives. So, I mean, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. But but I was telling my wife, I was like, oh, dude, I like the idea of having some land. I was talking to my brother saying it'd be kind of cool if like we buy a big enough little piece of land, we build our houses on there together, have enough space between our houses. We're not literally on top of each other, but we're close.
If you do that, if you want to buy land like that, you should think about buying prefabbed homes.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Where they're already built and they come and piece them together. My cousin bought. Dude, it had to be 20 years ago out here in California, and he bought some land here in California out here, and it was like the land was probably like $500,000 or $600,000, and he had this prefabbed home put on it, and it was like 3,800 square feet, and it's badass. It's pretty badass, and I'm like, this is a prefabbed home, and I'm like, fuck, things have really fucking changed because you don't have half the zoning issues and everything else because these people do everything. That would probably be badass for you guys, especially if you have two people. You could buy a piece of property like an acre or 2 acres, put one house and put another house. You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Exactly.
Very powerful.
Oh, very, very.
Someone snuck in.
Mm-hmm.
He's very powerful. He lives up north. They're liberal. You have to worry about these people.
Yeah, they're fucking insane. That's what they are.
Completely insane. You people are the ones that vote. You people are the ones that voted for the mileage tax.
I just don't understand. I don't understand, dude. I don't get it. What makes them think?
Bunch of crazy fucks. Churro, you must be going fucking nuts up there.
I can't, dude. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing over it.
Churro, you're in the wrong neighborhood. You
really are. In the wrong neighborhood. It's terrible.
I think you're in the wrong neighborhood.
I'm over here watching these self-driving cars, and then all of a sudden they have like a defect, and then they're fucking trying to run people over. It's like, yep, nope, I need to get the hell out of here.
Did you see Did you see the Waymo dude that was stuck in the trunk?
Yes, dude. They like T-boned each other, bro. There's like 3 of them.
I know.
Those Waymo cars. Like, I'm like, no, dude. I mean, it's there. So what? My girlfriend's dad, his buddy, has had a Tesla, and he would use that feature that you could recline it and fall asleep, and it would self-drive. Dude, apparently, like the last time he had it, he couldn't even get out of his car, so they had to use that freaking tool where it crushes the fucking door just to get him out because
the jaws of life.
Oh my! I was like, or you could just pull over and take a nap, dude. Like, you don't have to get a Tesla. Just pull over and take a nap, buddy.
Dude, I had that fucking, what was it? That Genesis. Dude, in the morning when I would drive to work, you could put the cruise control on and the self-driving, dude, and it would slow down, change lanes. It would go around turns. If it was a 50-degree turn, it would do it all on its own. You could fall asleep. And I'm like, I told my wife, I go, does this sound insane? You could be totally hammered and let just the car drive.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
I go, that's fucking insane because once you can set the distance to like it approaches the car and it starts to brake and slow down and then it picks back up and it can fucking, dude, it is
That's crazy.
fucking insane.
It's just not necessary, dude. It's absolutely unnecessary. Just fucking pull over and take a nap, man.
It's
So you have a thing though, man. I can now you can game while you're driving.
Oh, wait. Actually, you know what? I take that back then. That way I won't miss any. I won't have to miss any caravan.
Bye, kiddo. Love you. Youngest is going to work in the hospital. He's in his.
Jeez, dude, he's got those night shift hours.
Yeah, he works in the hospital with the. This is his training part right here. He can. What's up? Are you shutting that off? Have fun at work. Love ya. Try not to get called a racist.
Poor guy.
he came home and he's like, some black lady was throwing shit at me, calling me a racist.
It's clear she's probably fucking homeless and just trying to stay warm at this point.
No, this was in the hospital.
Well, yeah, that's what's going on over here. So, like
Nice, Churro, helping me out. Nice, getting those little shards.
Yeah, dude, I need those too.
Girl, the kid is the most loving kid. He's gay. he's like complete liberal, and he's like, this black lady's throwing shit at me, telling me I'm racist.
The fuck? Oh my gosh. Poor guy.
He's like,
he doesn't
Dad,
need to fucking deal with that, dude. Poor guy.
That's what he told me. He's like, I didn't expect that. I'm like, yeah, people are fucked up, kiddo. What do you want?
Yeah. You just gotta learn how to just bypass it, dude. That's honestly the only way to do it, man.
Well, so last week he texted me. He's like, I was driving to work and the shit came off. This plastic came off and fucked up the whole front end of his car. He hit it and it fucked up the whole front end of his car. And he's freaking out because it damaged the whole front end of his car. He's like, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, kid, just mellow out. And then we took it over to the body shop and he's like, it's gonna cost $6,900. I don't have $6,900. I'm like, dude, you have a deductible. Mellow out. They're gonna charge me more. I'm like, no, they can't.
So funny.
I'm like, dude, kiddo, settle down, dude. He was freaking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, dude? You're only 20. He's only 24.
So okay. He's a young one.
Yeah, but he can't even rent a car.
No, he can't. Poor guy.
You have to be 25. So I'm like, all right, take my car. He's like, I don't want to take your car.
That's so funny.
Now he's gun shy because he's afraid. Oh fuck! What if I fuck up your car? I'm like, kid, I'm not worried about the car, as long as you're okay. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's not. You ain't replaceable. The fucking vehicle is.
That's what I told him. I'm like, don't fucking worry about it, kiddo. Let's chill. So I took him to pick his car up, and he's like, "Oh, it's all brand nice and new." Then he picked his car up. I drove home, and I get a call maybe 2 hours later. He's like, "Dad," I'm like, "Oh fuck! Don't tell me you fucked your car up again." He's like, "They washed it."
Oh my god!
I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's
part of the customer service." That's funny.
He'd never been there, so it's brand new. So
oh yeah.
Kiddo. I'm like, kiddo, don't worry about it. It is what it is. Bro, so what's going on?
Oh my god, dude! Finally, some fucking downtime. So much. Last week was crazy, dude. Last week was an absolute shit show. So Wednesday comes around, and typical morning routine, getting the kid ready for school and gonna make him some breakfast. But I was dog sitting for my sister, and it's getting, dude. I don't know how the weather is down there with you, but out here, the shit it's absolutely fucking cold. Like, we're getting like down to I think like low 40s and shit. But it's just a crazy amount of fucking fog. But anyway, so because it's just hella cold, we're not used to that out here in California. And so I know I cover the dog I was sitting at, cover him with the kennel. So when I uncovered the kennel, this fucking dog was just covered in blood, bro. Like just all over. And his left ear was down. The fucking side of the wall was all splattered with blood. Fucking the towel that was in his kennel and his own blanket looked like he had just given birth. Like it was an insane fucking scene. So at the end of the day, pretty much he just mauled the back of his ear, scratching it all fucking night long, I guess. Well, I mean, you shouldn't say I guess. That's what happened. He was just going ham. Just fucking, scratching, going, and everything. And his nails are pretty long. And so we assumed that, well, what ended up happening is that he had an ear infection on both ears. And from scratching so much, he ended up puncturing his ear and cut it open, and it's just a fucking bloody mess, bro. It was just I was tripping out, so spent pretty much all of Wednesday, I think it was like a couple hours, like 4 hours at the fucking vet, and they wanted to put him, they wanted to see the surgeon to close it up, but they're like, no, we can't do that because it might fill up with blood and make it worse. So then, like, had to come home, sanitize the fucking entire kitchen, everything, dude. It was insane. You just have to deal with that.
Crazy.
Dude, it cost them fucking close to $900, and it was just like, I was just like, God, dude, it just felt shitty. I love the dog, but it's one of those like fucking expensive, like those Frenchies, and like the dog just always reeks. And then obviously, like this wound, bro, like the wound on the back of the ear, you think, it's just like, it just scratched, it like fucking punctured like its ear, bro. Like it was a massive gash. And when I took him when the doctor finally, or the veterinarian finally saw him, she was able to stick the scissor into his ear, like almost like maybe half an inch from how deep he fucking like just obliterated his ear from behind. Oh my God, dude. It was just insane. So having to constantly clean everything, like what was the hard thing to keep up with is that, like, the second you apply everything, right, you give them the meds, you give them the painkiller, and then you give them the ointment that they applied so that it would like help speed up the process. He starts wiggling the cone, so then it just creates this like circular ring in the cone from where all like the pus and stuff. So you're just cleaning that shit all fucking day long. Oh my God, bro.
Ooh, that's
it was
nasty,
just,
dude.
yeah, it was fucking nasty, man.
My rally. That's gross.
Oh,
dude.
my bad.
Hey, Churro, I have two Shar-Peis. They have nothing but ear infections. The one that I just put in, the one that I adopted, he was $3,100. He was $3,100.
Oh, fuck
for its ear. You know what? I'm like, babe, $3,100. She's like, these are my dogs. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. There's no at that point in time.
Yeah. It's you can't argue.
I'm not arguing with her.
No.
That's
like, no point. Like,
no.
You're not gonna win,
like,
house. I get it. I learned. I remember your advice, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking argue. I get it.
You're not gonna win. You're just not gonna win. It costs a lot of money. I told her. So like, dude, within like a month, I probably spent $5,000 on 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Easily $5,000. And I was like, Michelle, we're taking this money out of savings. She's like, that's what it's for. And I'm like, yeah, well, I have to agree with her. That's what it's for.
Right. Yes, I agree. Yeah. But I wish it would have been like not to that. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. It was, it's just, and you feel bad because it's like, my sister's out of the country it was a complete freak action. Like, he obviously, because of the ear infection, it's been bugging him. But like the fact that he went to town on that on his ear, dude. Like when I uncovered him.
Churro, imagine if you were that much in pain that's what you would do. That's the thing. I
Yeah,
mean, if he went that
right,
ham on it,
right,
imagine
right.
what you had done to yourself if that's what it was.
It's funny you say that, because I was about to add that for them it's a different, it's pain, right? So I was
Yep,
when
it's
my brother
100%.
comes into town, and he was like, dude, I went he honestly helped me calm down, because I was just high anxiety, because my sister's out of the country, and then when they come back, I'm like pretty much having to explain everything, right? But like, he was like, dude, the same shit happened to me with my cat. And I was like, well, what happened? He's all, I come back one day from work, and I just it looked like a fucking murder scene. And he was telling me that pretty much earlier that week he had felt a little bit of a lump behind the cat's ear. He has a cat. But somehow that day when he got back from work, there was blood all over the walls, on the fucking carpet, and on the bed and everything. And the cat had just scratched the living shit out of the back of its neck, and it turns out that there was like a cyst in there. And he was like, dude, it was the most gruesome thing I've ever seen. And I was just I was like, well, I can't even imagine, like, animals feel things differently, but I just like, it was just a very mind-boggling, like, I couldn't comprehend, like, how many hours, mind you, this happened overnight, because I walked him the night prior to putting him into his kennel. It was probably like around 11:15. We went out, just did some laps around here where we live, did his business, and I put him in like normal. Wake up the next thing, I'm like, I think I'm fucking seeing shit, like, oh, did he like have convulsions and just fucking bleed out of his, like, at every angle, or what, but the animals just react different to, like, fucking uncomfortness, but it was intense, dude. And yeah, man, it was wild. It was just fucking crazy.
Dude.
Thankfully, and then obviously as the week was progressing, like, I had to take them very extensive. We had to walk a lot, because at the later in the week, my work shifts pick up, so I would go 6 hours without letting him out of the kennel. So we would walk in the morning about 2 miles. So he was like beat, exhausted. Then I would give him his meds and the painkillers, and just have to let him just be in that thing without having to move. And then we'd have to repeat the same thing in the evening, come back and walk another 2 fucking miles, just so I didn't feel bad for having to leave him in there for so long, but
Yeah, that's brutal, dude.
yeah,
It's especially when you're like putting out that much. If you're putting out that amount of money, you're like, really? I'm putting out this amount of money, and it's like,
yeah.
This is insane. Oh, I got the holidays. I got this. Everything compiles.
And it's just out of all the time. I mean, I've had him over at the house numerous times when they've gone out of town for just 3 or 4 days. And it's like in December, it had to happen in December. And I'm just like, I felt like guilty about it, but it was just.
Oh, I'd be blaming you like a son of a bitch. You'd never be able to ever watch my dog again.
I exactly. That's that's the thing that I was just like, shit, dude, like, you fucking left me your dog, 100% trusted me, and then I'm giving him to you back this way. It's like, you're fucking dead.
So that happened to me and my wife when we first bought this. This probably 15 years ago when I bought my like second or third Shar-Pei, and we went and picked him out. He cost my wife $4,500. That's what she wanted, so she bought it, and he was still a pup. And then we're in Vegas, and I get this phone call from her mom, and she's like, "He's all swollen up, blah blah blah. He got bit. He got bit by a black widow." And his face blew up and everything. And my wife is freaking out because she just spent that amount. So she had taken the emergency and blah, blah, blah. And it was like another $3,000 or $4,000 and I'm like, I told my wife when we were in Vegas, I remember we were staying at, it was the Monte Carlo. It's not there anymore. It's the Park MGM, but it was the Monte Carlo at the time. I said, your fucking mom is never watching any of her dogs.
I know,
again.
dude.
That's it. She's done.
Fuck it.
But it wasn't her. It wasn't her fault. It was just what happened to the dog at that time.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
It's things happen.
Yeah,
It sucks.
it does suck.
It's
It absolutely
it's
sucks, dude. It sucked, and you know, but there's just these Frenchies or whatever they're fucking called. They're already such a high
yeah.
maintenance type of dog, dude. They you know,
They,
like
they are.
they smell like shit all the fucking time, and
They're very they need a lot of attention, and they're always sick, and they're doing that. It's the same as the dog breed I have, Churro. Exact same thing. Constantly, they're at the doctors. They're bitching dogs. They're always at the doctors. Same thing
that
I have with
sucks.
my both my pups, and I have two of them. Now they're constantly. It's like, she's like, you have to take this one to the vet. I'm like, oh well, here goes $500.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And
you
it's
know,
like
yeah. And you know what though? I will say out of this experience too, the number one thing is that like obviously people need careers and they need to pay, but it's just such an inflated amount of money, dude, for pet care. It's just it's
dude, I'll
almost
tell you
honestly
what.
not even worth having a dog, dude. It's just ridiculous.
I'll tell you what. We bought Costco dog insurance, and it was like
Oh.
20 something dollars a month. And then when we took them, we were saying we have pet insurance, blah blah blah. And they're like, okay, well it only covers this and this. I'm like, how good is pet insurance? If it only
Huh?
it's
Yeah.
it's
I
it,
mean,
dude.
that's another topic in itself, House. I mean, we all know fucking insurance in this country is nothing but a fucking legal scam, dude.
Yeah, it's a freaking racket.
It's an absolute fucking scam. It's like I know, like for example, like car, you know, auto insurance. Okay, cool. Like you know, protect your car because you might flip. But it's like how many times a month am I flipping my car? You know what I mean? And it's like costing me how much money a fucking month? Like, oh my goodness.
So, dude, check this out. My cousin had a water leak from the back of the fridge, from the water line that goes to the fridge.
Okay.
He had a water leak. He had a water leak that came from the house into the back of the fridge, and apparently this has been going on for 3-4 months. Just a little leak, but it fucked up the flooring and everything behind the fridge and the wall and everything. So he calls State Farm and says, I saw some water from the fridge, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, that's a pre-existing thing. Yeah, we don't cover that. He's like, how the fuck am I going to know that that's leaking? Am I supposed to check that every week? They didn't, dude, they didn't want to pay for anything. It cost,
No.
it was like 20 something $1,000 in damage. And they
Yeah.
didn't want to pay for it.
No,
They
dude.
told him.
Bro, when
It's-
when I with my old company when I was working with the affordable housing thing, it's
Out?
it's an absolute fucking disaster when it comes to housing, bro.
Right.
Like they just
Bottom door,
anything they can just pin on you, they will find a way, dude. And the one thing that's really fucking boiling my blood is what this moron Newsom is doing, where he's pretty much making it so that like I can't remember what the fucking bill is or whatever it is, but pretty much he's making it so that the insurance companies are not held accountable for damages that like are pretty much traced back to them, aka like PG&E with the fucking fires and everything, you know. But like, I'm telling you, dude, it's like there's no point in having insurance. Like with the water leak that you're talking about, I've because of the years I was with that company, I could fucking I developed the sense of smell when I know that there's like rotting wood. You can smell when wood is getting damaged by water, and that's right now my biggest concern with my parents. Like, yeah, their rent is really affordable, which is great, but I know that there's a fucking leak onto that fucking apartment, and they just don't want to fucking address it. You know what I mean? So it's just like. But again, House, you and I being here in California can 100% agree. State Farm is a piece of shit. They're fucking horrible.
They're all pieces of shit. You know what State Farm just did to me? They're like, your homeowner's insurance is up, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, the lady just called me like 3 weeks ago. We're gonna need to come out and take pictures of your house, and I'm like, well, this is new. And she's like, no, we need to come out and take pictures of your house and in the back of your house. So I'm like, we'll call you when the guy's coming out. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So they call me and they said, this guy's going to come out on this day. Be prepared. But well, you need to have your gate unlocked. And I'm like, okay. So he comes out and I see him walk up. He takes like 3 pictures of my house and I walk out and I go, dude, you need to go in the backyard. He goes, no, you're good. You're good. I'm like, well, what's this about? He's like, oh, we're just taking pictures of your house for the insurance. And I'm like, I'm like, I'm not getting this. What the fuck? So I look it up online. They're looking up to see if you take care of shit and blah blah. If your house is ran down, to see if they can bump up your homeowner's insurance. I'm like,
What?
yep. It's 100% true, dude. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, out of all the times I've done with you people, and I've had a couple things gone wrong with the house, but that's what I pay insurance for, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're kidding me. So I get a thing in the mail. They're bumping up all my car insurance. So I traded my car in from a $70,000 car down to a $25,000 car, and my insurance went up. It went
What?
up
Oh
like,
my
dude, like
God.
$60 a month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm a 57-year-old and I have no accidents, no nothing for 30 years, but yet my insurance went up.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got fucked over. Yeah, most likely there's something that they got fucked over with, and everybody else is getting is having to fucking pay the difference in what they had to fucking cough up, dude.
Yeah, and go
But
look
it's
what they
only in
made.
this. I swear, bro, it's only in the state, man. They just
Yeah, but
really don't like letting you get ahead at all.
But if you look in California, they've made the rules and regulations so tough for these people to do business here that they're reaming us.
Yeah, I mean, people
look at the
think it's
gas.
funny, but look, like how many companies have left, dude. In-N-Out left because it's impossible to fucking have a company out here, dude.
But go look at the gas. Go look at the gas. My buddy just sent me a picture of what he's paying in Colorado. $1.70 a gallon. That's what they're paying for regular gas. He screenshot me a picture, $1.69. He goes, look what I'm paying for regular. And I screenshotted him back when I filled my wife's SUV up. $4.55.
$4.55, dude.
$4.55, and he's paying $1.69. Tell me that's not fucking. We're not getting ripped off.
Absolutely. I mean, they're trying to charge you for the distance we travel now because they fucking ran out of tax money for the gas that they're fucking charging. You know what I mean? Now that everybody's going EV, now they're trying to charge everybody for mile traveled. Are you kidding me, dude? And it's like then the roads are still not getting fixed. I mean, you know, House and I are miles away from each other, right? Same state, but there's one highway that connects us, which is like the spine, which is the 101. Dude, that highway is an absolute fucking disaster, dude. An absolute disaster. The second the first rain of the year falls, it's nothing but flip EV cars, left and right, dude, because of the fucking potholes, the shitty care. But then what do? They install fucking, you know, all these things to charge you for taking the express lane, and you're like, and then on top of that, the rate is irregular because it's based on every single city. So like three exits away from each other, you're getting charged $1.90, or you're getting fucking charged 25 cents, and it goes from like San Jose to fucking San Francisco. You get charged like almost $10 different. It's, god damn it, man.
So Churro, I went to the doctors. The doctor was in Orange County, so I'm like, okay. So from Riverside County. So I told my wife, I said she has fast track, the express lane, on her car, because she takes like 3 miles of express lane, cuts off like 20 minutes of her drive. And I'm like, she's like, I'm gonna get it. It's driving me nuts. So I'm like, go ahead and get it. So I'm like, I have to go to Orange County, and it's gonna be in traffic. Like it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's gonna be like 3 when I come home. She's like, just take my car. I have the express lane. I'm like, okay. So I drove down there. I had the doctor's appointment at 1:15. I got out of there like 2 something, right? So I got on the Orange County line, and to go 11 miles, to the Riverside County line was in the express lane was $31.50.
31.50.
That's what the toll was to go 11 miles. $31 in the express lane. She's like, that costs us $31. I'm like, these people are out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, dude. That's ridiculous.
Who's got that money? Dude,
Crazy.
if you make $45 an hour, say, that's an hour's worth of work.
Here where I'm living right now, minimum wage is $19.20. That's a day and a half of work just to fucking get to work. You know?
That is fucking
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I see why the California minimum wage should be like $25. I mean, I honestly do.
Yeah.
But you can't pay people flipping fries $25. It doesn't work.
No.
That's insane. That's Dark. What did they say you start off out there?
Not very much because it's freaking Georgia.
No. I understand, but it should be a medium wage, shouldn't it?
I think so. I want to say like, well, during the academy stuff, they pay me as a recruit, so it's like only like $18 an hour, which is not very, nothing. But,
yeah,
and I think,
it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, yeah. And I want to say like once I'm in the full officer, then it bumps up to like 20 something, but not very high at first,
Dude, I don't know how they think people can survive. I really don't.
They don't give a fuck, bro. That's the thing. They don't care about people surviving. They don't. If they gave a crap about people surviving, you wouldn't have these out of control free markets. Like what's killing people in this state is the rent. That's what's killing everybody.
Yeah, you guys.
You know what I mean?
You know what? To be honest with you, if you're young, which both of you are, which you're both younger than me, it's fucked for you because what I pay and what you pay is ridiculous, dude. I pay $11.98 for my house.
Yeah,
that's what I pay.
Yeah, you're
$1,198, dude. You're not finding that. That's your own house.
Yeah,
you're not even finding that for rent. I mean. It's insane.
Not even a down payment. They're asking for double. They want the first and last, and then like an extra, just to make sure that they don't have to worry about you not being able to pay on the first. And you're having, in certain areas, you're having to pay for a 2-bedroom maybe $3,200. Like $3,200 a month for a 2-bedroom, maybe.
I have zero. For me, I have zero write-offs. I mean, at the end of the year, which will help me now because with overtime and everything, because you get to write it off, that'll help. But it's like you have to make a few $100,000 a year to survive in this state. It's just to live comfortably. I mean,
yeah,
you're struggling if you make $100,000. You really are.
Yeah, you are. It's pretty crazy because where I'm out, you are considered low income if you're at 100 a year, which is pretty insane. You can qualify for fucking rental assistance at 100,000 a year. I got someone on the chat that says universal food stamps. Maybe no, don't do that. That just people aren't gonna like what I'm about to say, but I worked in that system, and all that fucking does is make people stay comfortable and not try to grow out of their comfort zone, and that's the big problem. You have to create workers, bro. You need workers. You can't just have people just fucking feeding off other people's back, and that's why. Yeah, I mean, yes, I agree that there should be services that can help people, but to a certain degree, like after a while, just you got to cut them off because you're enabling is what it is. And I'm telling you that if someone that has my parents migrated over here. Yeah, we needed those services to get us on our feet. And the second we were done, we were good. But people milk it, and that just enables them to just not fucking try. And that's the biggest problem, dude. That's the biggest
Churro,
problem.
what is your payment up there
For what? For rent?
for housing? For housing, where you live?
Where I live, I'm very lucky. I think what is it that we're at? Like we're at six. I think we're at 1,700 where we're at. We got a deal. We are
Yeah, so
very very lucky.
you're not getting that. You're not getting that. It's I've looked around to like even if we were to sell a house and when I retire and move out, it's like, but you know what? I have so much equity in the home. I could sell it and clear and buy a brand new house. That's the
Oh,
thing. I don't know much on this house. You got to remember, I this is the third house I bought, and I bought it for brand new for 169,000.
Jesus, man.
So
Yeah, no.
and I refinanced it one time to put the interest rate down and took no money on it. So I went down from a 5% loan to down to a 2.1.
You're
And
not
I
here.
bought
You don't
point
hear those
I
numbers
bought
anymore out here, dude.
yeah, and I bought points down. So I pay no interest. It's ridiculous. It's what we pay. So I told my wife, I'm like, yeah. And she just told me, she's like, we're at like $88,000 left on the house. She's like, just pay it off. I'm like, why do that? I mean, and I think the house is probably they're probably sevens or mid sevens.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I were to go to retire, I could probably just get the money, 500,000, and go buy some in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that would
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
be
It's
good.
yeah. The cost of the yeah. That's just. It's just. I mean, it's just so
It's like,
crazy to me to think that you would there's no care for people. It's like you reached retirement, you did what whatever you needed to do to get to that point, and they're still just sucking you dry. You know. Hold on, I gotta retrain this. I fucked up right here. I'm about to try to
even in
get it.
Vegas, even in Vegas, the outside skirts are now getting way out of control.
Yeah,
Where darts at,
yeah,
that's out of control. The pricing's out of control. And
yeah,
where he's at, they're taking a beating because they're laying people off because nobody's going to Vegas because they've gone out of control with the freaking pricing.
well, yeah, they're trying to. I don't know why, but like, yeah, they're. It's crazy, dude. I just don't understand why. Oh well, I mean, the numbers have drastically gone down in these last couple of years. Like, but it's too expensive, man. You can't fucking afford shit anymore. You can't afford anything anymore. It's just ridiculous.
I would
Yeah.
love to live where Darth lived before San Diego. San Diego's badass, perfect weather.
Yep.
But the
Always by the
pricing,
beach and everything.
the pricing in San Diego, good luck.
Yeah. It's
Good
like
luck. Where my mom,
you better have had family over there already
dude, where my mom's house is prime real estate, and they paid $14,000 for that house. It's been paid off and I think her house is like 1.9 million dollars, and it's been paid off. They paid $14,000.
Yeah,
Imagine
dude.
that.
It's just
Imagine
that's just
that.
unheard. You can't do that. You're never gonna hear that again, dude. That's the thing. It's just the numbers is so crazy. I feel like you have
Darth,
to do all this other. You have to do all these sub investments to feed the big investment. I feel like that's where the country's at right now. Like
I, I
you know what I mean? Like you own little things here and there, and that's gonna gradually
you,
feed you
but
to the big goal that you have. But before
yeah,
that, you're just grinding away, man.
but dude, you need a home. You need a home to create wealth. It always goes up. You need a home. You really do, because that creates generational wealth. It does.
But people
You
don't understand what that means, and I think that's also the problem is the lack of education. You know what I mean? Like the more you understand the system, the better you're going to be off. And we're especially here in California, you're just dealing with people that want to grind. You can't grind your way to the top anymore, dude. Not anymore.
I mean, if you get into a home, it's guaranteed to go up in value. It's not going to go down. There may be dips and valleys, but it's always going to go back up. Always. It is what it is. It's just hard to get into a house to where you can afford the payment. That's what it is.
But I've also been aware. I try to stay aware of what's going on with that kind of that stuff. And it seems right now a lot of people are trying to come back to California because of, even though they bought far away, they end up trying to come back because of different reasons. Family, work, weather, more being the big reason and stuff.
California, big thing is the weather. We don't have shitty weather. We really don't. I mean, especially Southern California, where I'm at, dude. It rains and does whatever like 20-something days out of the year. It's not bad. It's usually good weather.
Yeah, it's nice weather, and then all the good food's down there, dude. It's really fucking nice. We're gonna switch over to the fucking event real quick. I'm gonna go to Forge a Light and see if I can get a fucking copy real quick. But it's just so crazy.
I did that and got 3 of the. What was the last one? Where you were guaranteed a legendary every 10 pulls.
I don't remember that.
Do you remember? So it was a guarantee a legendary every 3 pulls. I think I wasted like 50,000 gems on it, and I got 3 of the artifacts I wanted.
Oh, very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when the first Forge of Light, when the Forge of Light came to offer the new artifact, with the one that I need for the new marksman. Thank you. The Roaring
Did you get it?
Rager. I got the copy on the 3rd pull, which is great, and I just stopped. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to waste my keys, even though it doesn't make sense not to waste keys because I also need to get to Exemplar. But
did you try anything, Darth?
Nope. I'm waiting until the next set of cavalry come out and see what the new artifacts are going to look like. So I'm just saving keys.
Yeah. Darth, for you being with Cavs, does the artifact, the Vicious of Sanctus, is that something you already have, or is that something that you?
I have the one. I have it and stuff. I put it on my Thea Atheist March.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. Did you guys turn in your tokens and do anything with them?
Yeah. Yes. I got to show you that right now. I did 2 things. I reset Nika. I reset Velen, Bertrand, and I think Tohar. I can't remember. I recorded it, but I don't think I remember putting it up. And I used those tokens to awaken Bakshi and awaken.
Oh, very powerful. Very powerful.
Bahorn. I had to awaken Bahorn. I was like, that's the number 1 dude I need for sure. I just need to get him to at least 5-star with the attack resistance. But dude, Bahorn, really, I was really stoked on that for sure.
You've done nothing, Darth?
I did the tokens. I did Bertrand, because even though I use him for my Eagles, he his rage skill, nothing he has in his entire kit works for me, right? So I didn't need anything. He could be freaking 1/1/1 all the way across. It doesn't really affect me. So so I did him. Who else did I get rid of? Nika, because I don't use a lot of tanks anyways, right? So I didn't need Nika. Nico, because I don't use him ever. And I'm trying to remember who else I did. There was one other person I took out. And then right now I just got a crap ton of tokens. I'm holding on to them, just waiting to see if there's going to be if they were bringing a new faction out, right? Because if they bring a new faction out, there'll be some heroes that would be technically generation 1 for that faction. You know,
Dude,
so I figured,
these guys hit me up all the time on that WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah,
How's that going?
Dude,
How's that going?
dude, they're constantly asking questions. Dude, I've been ignoring it.
Dude,
I've
House, you got to deliver the message, dude. You got to let them know what's up. Wait, okay. Before I
yeah.
say that, Darth, is your Frhagar awakened yet or no?
No, but I mean, she's what 5, 5, 5, 2 or 3 or something like that. No, 2, 5, 5, 5, 2, and the last skill. Granted, I mean, it'll reduce your rage generation where I'm hitting a little bit, but the awaken skill doesn't really. It gives me what 200 more damage. So I mean, just for the amount of shards alone to get those last 3 skills, it's like I'd rather put that into something else. I mean, the skills that I need for what I do are already pretty much exactly what I want. You know, I mean, if I had 200 heads, or no, actually be what 250 some odd, almost 300 freaking more heads to finish that last bit. It's crazy how much those last skills cost. Because it jumps up from what 75, and then
80 and 80. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I mean that's a lot of freaking gold heads for like I said, for what, for 200 more damage. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
I'd rather save those and put those into something else.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that I would say, because I mean, for example, you're still able to put up the merits. You know how to use the Eagles well, so yeah, it makes sense to not have to invest more. And I mean, do you have her at 6 stars at least, or no?
Oh yeah, no, all my flying heroes, even Bertrand, are all maxed out star wise.
Yeah, and you definitely need, if you're going to be using them, you have to get to that point. Okay. Yeah. Well, I
And
mean,
they're all maxed out star wise. I mean, Frhagar is the only flyer that I have. Well, other than I guess in Bertrand, but Bertrand, like I said, none of his kit, none of his skill set, his rage skill doesn't work because it's magic based. You know, so I mean, he's completely useless, like completely useless.
yeah,
There's nothing on him that adds more damage. I mean, his that whatever mark that he puts on only affects the magic skill, his magic rage skill. It doesn't. There's nothing that he does that I need him to have any
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So he's just there to be able to have more troops. I mean, technically, right now he's just like a little extra march I put out.
He's just helping to proc a certain effect, right?
Huh?
He's just there to help proc a certain effect.
He's there to give me surrounded damage by 4, so I can surround you with 4 units rather than 3. But if I had the Spirit Bone Torque, which I don't have, if I had that, I'd put it on him, and I would use him to basically, like, let's say like there's builders or something like that, or whatever, guys are sitting there sleeping, they're like AFK. I would use him to go attract them and bring them to me so I can like kill them off one by one with my other guys. You know, if I had the Spirit Bone Torque, that's how I would use that, but I just don't have it.
It's a damn good relic. It's a damn good. I think that relic is gonna get a second wave of a shine when the flying. I mean, I still believe they're gonna have flying infantry in the game. House, I'm sorry to keep cutting you off. What did you want to say, bud?
No, I have that max. Dude, that's what I was going after. Like, I got that a couple seasons ago, max. Now I'm trying to max that the one for Kuma, whatever the one for Kuma is.
Oh, let me see.
That like saber thing or whatever.
Yeah, that thing. Like. I'm a fucking badass relic, dude. To be honest with you, let me go over here. The serpent's edge.
I've been trying to get that max because.
But it does infantry attack and defense. That's so interesting.
I've been trying to get that maxed out.
What does that thing do? For the next 15 seconds, the Legion gains 60% HP and deals diffused physical damage to up to 3 nearby enemy legions every 3 seconds.
I've spent no money on this game. I've just been running off of gems lately because I had over 150,000 gems. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna just wing this and let it go. I haven't spent any money on dailies or anything. I've just been collecting. It's
good, dude.
I've been kind of with the game ever since the stupid freaking decorations came out. I messaged him and said this decoration thing's stupid.
Yeah, dude. I just saw Holksten's last video. He was talking about comparing the introduction of decorations and tier 9 troops in the Age of Empires mobile. Tier 9. Apparently the developers, they were up to tier 7 and then they introduced tier 8 and 9. Can you fucking imagine how this game would be if they like tier 9 troops? Like, oh my god! I mean,
so I text them and ask them, how did I get involved in this program thing? And you get a bland answer. But from what I heard, it's just the amount of money you spent. But I didn't really spend that much money.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of confused on the whole situation.
Consider it luck that you got added to it, and just go with the flow, dude, because they need to hear people's fucking cut answers, man.
But they don't. If you
36.
listen to who the people they're inviting in this Q&A, they're putting in this Jason G. Yeah, okay, put a whale in.
Okay, really, Jason G, out of all people, the fucking most disrespectful person on the fucking planet. Okay, yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta bug out for 1 second. I'm gonna try and give my son a little bit of a bath, but I need to wrap his arm in plastic.
Oh, dude, bring him on later. I want to check in with him real quick. Okay, bring him on later. Hey,
Hello.
Gabe, do your
Gabe.
bath, bro, and then
Hey,
come
Gabe.
check in. We'll talk. We'll talk when you get back.
All right.
All right.
I'll talk to you guys later, man.
All right. Cool.
All right, bye.
But sure, they're gonna put that dude in the chat. I'm like, you guys this is stupid. This is really stupid. You guys, you're not getting the normal person.
But I mean, what do they expect to get out of all the? I mean, I'm sure they have choices, right? But it's like, what do you expect to get out of Jason G? Like, this guy's been T5 since day 2 of the fucking game. You know what I mean? And like has been screwing people, and regardless of what everybody else says out there, I'm sure I'm not gonna fucking sit here and talk shit. I don't know the fucking well, I do know him. I've talked to him. Does he remember me? Probably not. Is he a cool dude outside the game? I bet you he fucking is. But inside the game, fucked us over plenty of times when we were in Pirates. Not a fan of him. Last time, I mean, House, you and I remember him when we were fucking trying to get into Discord voice to, do the war calls and everything. I almost had a fucking panic attack, and I was like, nope, never doing this again. I'm leaving the fucking server. It's just too much, dude. So what do you expect to get to someone who doesn't have a limit in this game? He can buy whatever the fuck he wants, and you're trying to get him?
Churro, I was in that chat less than a minute. I said, nope, can't do it.
We were both in there for less than a minute, House. I remember that shit clear as day. We were like, oh, there's a lot of people online, and we wanted to make sure that we did our part to be present and, be part of the active, Pirates and everything. And House, I couldn't do it, dude. I was in there for like 5 seconds, if that. And he's just like shouting this and shouting that and cussing here and cussing left. I'm like, this isn't fun, dude. Like, we could be way more productive if we were all just drinking and just shooting shit and just sending our legions and having a fucking great old time. But it's like, is this what it takes to fucking have a progressive team? No, I don't think so. Fuck that. All right, I'm gonna start pulling keys. But anyway, yeah, that's just crazy, man.
I'm watching.
Sunflame Hammer. Fuck yeah. Nothing but fodder, I bet. I don't care if I burn through my keys, but I need to get to Exemplar as soon as possible, dude. I need to get to Exemplar ASAP. Here we go.
No, then you have the other one. You have the other one. Which one's the blue one?
I don't know. I don't think I got a copy, but let's see what we got. Okay. I needed this. Absolutely. This is good. It's not fodder because I want to max that artifact out. The spring bird feather.
Spring bird.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dart's got that max.
This is one of one of the best artifacts.
Hey,
I think. Yeah. What's up?
Hey, Churro, use that with the purple dude, the cab purple dude. Dude, he automatically flies. What's his name? Marduk?
Marduk, yeah.
He flies, dude. When you put that on him,
I
dude,
was
that dude is
yeah. I'm gonna
fast.
try that, but then there is this. How me just trying to be experimental. I want to use this on Mag's A, so that I can avoid using any of the talent points into any like march speed, and just focus it more on like damage stuff, and then have this be the reason Mag and Zay are very, very zippy.
Are you pulling all these? Are you pulling all these keys?
Yeah, I gotta get to exemplar. I gotta get to exemplar, man. I'm really, really out of I'm way behind. This is all fodder. This is fun. That's fine. As long as I get some of that fucking hammer shit. And then I'm using the fucking skip. No. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Second one. Let's see what we get. Okay, so that's fine. Next legendary is guaranteed. Oh shit.
Shoreland's Blade.
Oh my god.
You have that one?
Yeah.
You got another gold? You got another gold back to back?
Back to back. This is the copy I need.
Back to back. Very nice. Very nice. Very powerful.
This is great.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you got a Roaring Rager.
So this is level 2 now.
So did you open the new heroes or no?
Yep, I got them both. All right, cool.
You got three out of 100. That ain't bad.
That's not bad at all. Absolutely, no, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's better than I ever get, dude. I don't ever get shit like that.
Draw 10, 24. Yep.
Do we know Dream Crits?
That's what these. I don't want to fucking go. Yeah, this is what these gems are for, dude. Wait. Hold on. There's no point in going through these gems if they don't count towards exemplar. Oh, hold on. I don't think they do. $6,000 right there. Confirm. Info. Right here we go. Right here. So for those watching, this is how you find out where you're at with getting to exemplar. So when you draw 2,000, you unlock, exemplar wish. I'm at 1,145.
Okay. I never saw that. I gotta look at mine.
You go to probability and then you go to info.
Yeah.
And then it'll tell you where you're at.
I didn't look at mine, to be honest with you.
Now I'm trying to think. I got a copy out of this one. I could just go through all these gems, but then I'm kind of screwed. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm good.
Where's that exemplar? I don't see that exemplar. Oh, right here. Probability, right? Did you say?
Yeah, probability. You click on probability, and then you click on, and then there's 2 tabs: chances, and then you click on info, and then you scroll all the way down, and it'll tell you exactly where you are with current draws. /2000.
I don't have that. What the hell?
Maybe you already are at exemplar, dude. Probability tree, yeah. Go to Forge of Light and then go to the left where it says probability.
Oh, okay. Forge of Light. a minute. How come I'm not on this? Oh, Forge of Light. Never mind. Okay. And then here. And then. I'm at 1848.
Then I honestly, dude, if you got a couple, how many keys do you have right now?
I don't have many keys. I have 151,000 gems.
I would buy 10 and for the 6K and just unlock Exemplar, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of I think Exemplar's cool, but it's just kind of weird to me because it's like it seems that you can unlock the Exemplar version of a certain artifact, but you don't have to have the legendary version of it, which I feel like it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, okay, we're gonna pull. Let's see what we get. Epic. Okay, that's all good. Yeah, we're done with that. I got a copy. That's all I care about. And then we'll next time around we'll do it again. Here we go. Skills. This artifact is pretty intense. So it deals diffused physical damage. What is diffused? Each legion takes 15% less damage per additional target, up to a maximum of 50%. The damage factor is 2400 to up to 3 enemy legions in a designated circle. Each volley, what is a volley? Launches an attack at multiple targets, dealing extra normal attack damage or physical damage. Heroes with this mechanic is just Ruby, but so Ruby can do she can deal extra normal attack damage or physical damage. See, this is the thing that kind of, I don't want to say pisses me off, but like it just makes it so much more confusing when it comes to choosing the right, talents. Because clearly a normal attack and an extra normal attack are considered separate, right? So she's dealing extra normal attack damage, or she can deal physical damage. So which of the two do you empower? Extra normal attack or physical damage? You know what I mean? And then the pet itself, I don't know. I feel like the pet itself is, I'm not a fan so far. It's too new, and there's not enough clarity like that, that is offered when it comes to like the descriptions, and because these are I consider these, with this game specifically, I consider each hero a very delicate recipe. As much as you want to dissect the verbiage and try to build the right thing, you have to hit up customer service to just make sure, hey, does this work? Does that work? And I think that they really need to up their game. It's been 3 years, dude. They just need to really clarify how this stuff works, but without us having to hit up customer service 24/7.
So should I buy the chest, the golden chest for 350 merits, or should I buy the 1-star Blood War?
Whoa! What are you talking about? Hold on. Yes, I will have a good answer for you. What chest are you talking about?
I'm in the merit store.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the merit store real quick. So merit here. Nope.
So I got. So my store I got 700,000 merits right now.
Okay.
So should I buy the chest to
yes.
level up the relic, or should I buy the 1-star Blood War, and I could sell it for 2,500 pet coins?
You should buy the Blood Roar and sell it, and then you need to go back and get the chest. Even here's the thing. Even if you're leveling up the epic version of the decorations, that's still going to give you an advantage over people who are sleeping on this thing. There's a lot of people that are not going to want to participate, and they're going to regret this shit later, dude. So for me, I'm going after the fucking random epic decorations. I'll worry about the extra copies after I max them. Right now, just get them to level 9 as soon as possible, because it's easier to get the decorations at an epic level maxed out compared to legendary, whether it's through the merit store or the special events. The thing is, the way that they're setting it up, and I've been thinking about this a lot, you can only get the really good decorations through special events, and you're forced to break the bank then and there because they are not offered outside of those events, right? But you are able to at least get some sort of leverage with the epics when you can refresh twice a day and get them through the behemoth trials, which are over here. When you go to the campaign, the behemoth trials, you can go to the store, and then you could usually find them in there. And I'm going to see if I can get... I only have 28K. I've been buying them a lot, so we'll get this timer. Ooh, fuck. I got a gold star. I can't get this guy.
I just put in Garwood.
Right there, boom. Random epic decoration for 40K. I got to wait. But yeah, it's right there. Oh my God, I wish I had fucking 75K. I could have gotten legendary medal and legendary lucky medal. But yeah, you can get them through that way. And the thing is, the epics are the way to go for right now, and get them maxed out as quick as possible. And honestly, dude, right now, the number one thing you don't want to sleep on is merit trading, dude. You just got to fucking merit farm. Because, unless you're going to break the bank for them when the event happens, this is the only other way to make it even, possible.
Yeah, I'd been sending Eliana and Garwood out there just to fuck around. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of other people on the other side right here in our other lines. Now they made that one area like T4. They're like T4s over here, and I'm like, I don't have any T4s. It's
you know what, I'm gonna ask Avi if she can put me on the priority list, and I think Ricky got. I think he's on the priority list because he goes to LRUS a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing, going over to LRUS, and then just playing out there, dude. Because I was out there with just Eliana and Garwood just today, and I got 146,000 merits.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly. Just them chilling today. I mean, and I didn't lose anything, so I mean that's no big deal.
Right now, the top two things that alliances cannot be sleeping on are on bounties and merit farming. It's just part of the meta now. Yeah, I mean, imagine how like right now, for example, with us over here at Lend, they were courteous enough to let us know, hey, we're gonna skip this registration, so that's another 2 weeks you're in Home Kingdom, and that, so it's like if you're not merit trading, your decorations are falling back. You know what I mean? So it's like it does it. It's weird because it kind of the decorations are really gonna push more fighting. I hope we're not gonna be one of those teams where like we're just stuck on Diplo the whole time and we won't fight until the final fucking zone, because our accounts are going to be that much more behind, dude. You know what I mean? You're going to just have, it's just merit trading is just a new fucking norm now. People are going to have to get that Garwood, Eliana, or whatever other fucking build they can come up with and just find different ways to generate fucking merits, because you got the decorations just push fighting. That's all it is, But in my personal opinion, that's how I see it.
They moved a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Dude, you could see what they moved out. They're like, you got to move out, otherwise, blah blah blah. So they lost a couple billion power. They moved out, which was fine because I'd rather have people that are going to fight. To be honest with you,
but I mean, dude, like just earlier today, we were able to have 25 rallies for the fucking Smash the Shadows. Like, You know,
Yeah,
like
I miss that. You know what?
I don't
Their
even
roots of
remember what that was like, dude. What?
their roots of war is just the timing of it is just way off for me.
What time's their
Um,
roots of war going to be?
so 12, they have 3 teams. So 1220 is 20 UTC, 1221 is 20 UTC, which is what? Early in the morning?
20 UTC. So 14 UTC, I think it's 7 a.m.
6.
15 or 6 a.m. 15 to 7, and then 20 is 11 or 12.
I'm gonna go on Sunday. I'm gonna vote on Sunday for 21 UTC. That's so 1221 at 20 UTC. I can do that. 11. I can do that.
20 UTC is 12. Yeah, that's 1 o'clock, I think. 21 is 2. 23 is
That'd be perfect for
3.
me.
And then it's reset.
They
Yeah, 20,
they
20
have
it is.
they have dude, they have 3 teams.
All right, where's Avi at? I'm gonna ask her before I go. I'm gonna hit her up.
They got 1, 2, and 3 teams. I'm not gonna miss out on the gold heads.
No.
That would be. You know what? E5. I'm gonna put.
What day are you voting on?
Bring Eliana and Garwood over here.
Oh, it was such, dude. Honestly, it was such a. It was so crazy to see how active this team was, man. I mean, they just did it. They just handled it. I'm gonna be really. I think we could have fucking taken the dragon and kept it against the other people that just cruised. I think they were like what, 12 billion. They had some heavy hitters, but I don't know. I mean, it would have been fun to at least try to fight for it. You know what I mean? But we still got a shit. I mean, I hadn't seen that amount of rewards in in a long time, House.
Well, we've been pretty much non-active. This, they're pretty active over here.
Mm-mm.
And they're getting rid of people that aren't active. So they've been pretty active.
I mean, yeah, they have that luxury of being able to. Oh, hold on, give me 1 sec. Hold on.
Oh, very powerful, very powerful. Look at all those pine cones waiting to be turned in.
What happened? Yeah, I did that on purpose. Yeah. I'm gonna come eat it later. I just got full really quick. Everything else okay? Did you walk the dog yet? Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me send you some money for that, dude. I'll take the car to the gas station before I go to bed. Because I gotta walk the dog later too. Um, you have school tomorrow? What time do you get back or you get home? Okay, keep me posted. I was thinking we could play Halo, dude, the first game. Yeah, while we're on Xbox, I'm gonna play it if you want.
Oh no, we're not playing Halo.
You never played it, huh?
Nope, never.
The first one's hella fun. Yeah, it's hella fun. Well, that's another nostalgic for another day. No, I didn't hear about that. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. That's nuts, dude. Do you want me to give you money right now to go get the gas, or do you want me to take it myself later? Okay, I'll send it to you right now. Yeah. That's funny. So the teenager, he's graduating in a few months, and he got his motorcycle license, dude.
Hey, told me that.
Yeah, but it's been, I think, what, let's say a couple months now, and it started to break down the bike. So he's like kind of annoyed with certain things, but the fucking exhaust pipe just completely rust off. He was riding back home. Thankfully, it was on the way back home, and then as he's driving, it just like fucking broke right off, and he's just dragging it, and he's like, "What the hell?" And managed to pull up into the parking lot and everything, but so he's like he's super bored because normally he at this time he's also getting into photography. So he'll go to like the local shop and join a bunch of the locals and just do like meetups and stuff, and they just do little photo shoots with their bicycles in the hills and stuff. But since he's waiting for that piece to come in, he's just like bored out of his mind. Poor guy. So I'm just
It's
sending him
just a
some
bolt.
fucking.
It's just a bolt on, right? Because it comes out the comes out from the manifold part and that bolts on, right? Like a Yoshinara exhaust or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think yeah. I'm trying to picture it. Yeah, it was just a
It's
fucked up piece. Like it just
it's
like
it's
the
it's
only reason it didn't fully fall off is because the sensor was holding on to it. So he was like, what do I do? I'm like, well, for sure, at least take the sensor off so that doesn't rip, because that's another fucking issue in itself. And then
I
the
wonder if
thing was
it's
just
just I'd have to see a picture of it. I could tell you exactly what it, dude. I did all the kinds of things with my bikes. I rode bikes for fucking years until I had that accident, and then I was done.
so crazy, dude.
I still have my motorcycle license. Still have it to this day.
Really?
I thought about yeah, I thought about getting like a cruiser, like just like a Harley, like bagger, just to cruise around. My wife's like, absolutely not. I'm like, yeah, because I have buddies that ride Harleys that just chill. They'll go on rides down by the beach and everything. I'm like, yeah, I'll go ride with them. And she's like, nope, you're not doing that. Uh, I'm like, I mean, back in the day, I had a crotch rocket, probably what he has. That's what he has.
Yeah,
It's
it's. I'll tell you. I'm gonna send you a picture real quick. Let me see. Hold on.
I wish my mom probably got pictures of my bike. I have to, you know what? I'm going over mom's for Christmas. You know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fucking dig out all the pictures and show you pictures of my bikes. I'm gonna get pictures and show you them. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Jesus, dude. How is your mom, man? How's she doing?
She's up and down, dude. She's 80 something. But she's
Man,
in
you
and out
guys
of the
are
hospital.
fucking. Now I know where you get your toughness from, man. Your mom don't want to fucking give up, dude.
In and out, dude. She's been sick, but
Yeah.
hearing that, she always tells me, I have things in line in case I pass away and blah blah blah. I'm like, Mom, I don't even want to hear about that. Just stop. Yeah, I mean, out of both our parents, that she's the only one we got. The rest of our parents are gone. My dad's been gone for years. Her parents have been gone for years. That's a rough situation. It's I
Damn,
don't even
dude.
want to. I don't even want to deal with that dude. To be honest with you, it's
Yeah.
it's it's pretty fucked up. I have I have two sisters and one brother,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all younger. And
Oh,
I don't talk to my
yeah,
brother.
that brother of yours.
Yeah, I don't talk to my brother. I don't talk to my youngest sister. I talk to my sister. That's my other sister. I think she's like 40, but I talk to her. I mean, we get along, but the other
That's
two
good.
I don't. But I mean, shit happens in life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I totally get you, bro. I totally get you. I think for me right
It's
now, I think the biggest challenge is that, like, I'm with a Mexican girl with a big ass family, and they're just straight shooters, right? There's a problem. There's a fucking family meeting. We're gonna squash it, and it's like, damn, man, I wish I had that shit, growing up and everything, but um yeah, some families is just able to fucking have it down like that, and I keep telling her it's not like that with everybody, dude, and she just doesn't comprehend it because
well,
her family has it down. They're just good people. They're just good people, and that's just how it is. And I've been very fucking spoiled to have gotten so easily accepted. All the kids love me. I give them all nothing but my attention when we're in family events and everything. But it's like I tell her, like, you just don't understand how good you have it, and she doesn't, like, I would say, not acknowledge it. But like the second her family needs her, she's always there, and I'm like, just keep it that way, dude. When you got a good family, bro, it's
yeah, it's
it's just
just
a great thing, man. But it's not easy for some families. It's just how it is, man. Egos get in
it
the way,
is
trauma gets in the way, money gets. I
everything.
think the worst thing is money. It's like it's crazy, man.
That's well, like my oldest is married to. I think I'm gonna say she's from Guatemala. Angie is. I mean, that's his wife, but man, he can't stand her family. He just, man, he calls me up and bitches about her mom all the time. Her mom's been married like 4 or 5 times. Her mom's good. You know what? Her mom is really good looking.
Oh
And
yeah.
and she's been married like you know what? She's like in her mid 50s, dude. But she's like the type of girl that is tries to be a hip mom and dress way down to like in her 30s, like she's a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I know
And
exactly what you're saying. Yep. Yep.
she just got married again, and I think she's been married like 4 or 5 times. And
There's a reason for that.
yep, there is, and he cannot stand her mom. Her mom owns her own insurance company. She sells insurance to like all the Hispanic community. So she
Yeah.
has her own insurance company. This is what she does. She and he dude, I have to hear about it all the time. And you know what I tell him? I said, "It's not your business. Stay out of it. It's
Hmm.
between her and her mom. I don't care. Just stay away from it.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with you. Let her and her mom go at it. That's what it is. That's what it
Hmm.
is. That it's he gets so mad, but I love his wife. His wife is freaking awesome. Super smart girl. So, I mean,
Yeah.
so
You told me she's really, yeah, she's got, I
very,
mean, her
very,
career is like intense, dude. I think
yeah,
she's
I
like,
guess.
what, like a psychologist or something, right?
Yep, it's what she is. So she's in the prison system right now, where
Holy goodness.
she represents the county where they have to come up and tell these people like, yeah, they're crazy, they're not crazy, blah blah blah. This is what she does for a living, dude.
I
She only
gotta,
works 3 days. She only works
yeah,
3 days a week.
I got a buddy who works for the county, but he's a social worker for the county when it comes to, um, I forget exactly what the title is, but he's literally the one that decides whether these kids are going to be able to fit in this household, and whether those individuals are going to provide the environment that will, you know,
Y-
provide these kids
I know.
a safe.
I,
So
I know
it's
exactly.
like it's an I don't know how he does it, man. But yeah, he's been doing that for a long time. So it's just crazy, dude.
So that's what that's what Michelle's mom did. She was a social worker for old people, to where you put them in certain areas, and she had to go check on them and make sure their health being. So Michelle's mom did the same thing. She was a social worker for 40 something years. She,
Wow.
and that's my wife's mom did. She's like, oh, so she worked at home a lot, and then she'd be out a lot, out in the field. But she'd go and do that. She did that. But you know what was screwed up is when she got cancer and everything. I didn't realize this, but they don't get to collect Social Security. They collect CalPERS,
What?
is what it's called. It's called CalPERS. They got like a, yeah. You don't get to collect Social Security. You don't get it. You get something through the state. Is what it is. So, dude, and what they paid her as when she was dying, like she couldn't work anymore because of the cancer. It was fucked up. She struggled
So
when
because
she
of
was.
her condition, she went into a different bracket. Really?
No, it's
Oh, pay.
because of you work for the state, you don't get Social Security. You get something else. It's called, I think it's called CalPERS.
Okay.
What's it called?
Wow.
CalPERS. Let me look this up. CalPERS. Um, yeah,
Jesus,
it's a
this state needs
benefit.
a fucking. They need a reset in this state, dude. Jesus, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, people
CalPERS
giving
is
up their fucking health for other individuals. They can't even get a hook, get a good fucking deal.
yeah, she got paid CalPERS instead of Social Security. It was, dude, it was fucked up. So she didn't have much money. She made really good money when she was alive, when she was able to work, but when she got sick, that between that and having to pay whatever she had to pay for medical was fucked. It was fucked. And she had cancer for, dude, she lived with cancer for 25 years, I think, before it finally
It
got.
just was
That's
too much. That's insane.
Well, breast cancer to bone cancer to ovarian cancer to liver. Yeah. So I mean, talk about, it was fucked up. It was fucked up. That's what I fear with my wife. To be honest with you,
Sheesh, dude.
that's a shitty fucking disease.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's
Yeah, but
family
they'd rather
hates it.
focus on fun fucking self-driving cars over fucking just keeping people alive, you know? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. I agree. Everybody should have fucking basic medical. That should be a fucking right. The problem is you can't bring a bunch of people in this country. We can't afford to pay for
We
everybody's
can't
medical. We
fucking try
should
to save the world, bro. That's not how it works. It's not
no,
how it fucking works, dude. It doesn't work
we should
that
we
way.
should we should save our own people first, and then that would
Yeah,
help us
at the end of the
provide for
day,
other people.
I mean, how's you've been married for a long time, and for the people out there listening to this stream, I remember the first time House told me that a fucking the pastor told him that they wouldn't last past a year or whatever, and I was like, wow, man, that's like probably the last thing you want to fucking hear. And this guy, these people, this couple's endured everything together.
But I
But
think I
it's
think
just
I
like,
think
yeah, go for
to
it.
be honest with you, Churro, I think the more things you go through, the stronger it makes your relationship. Honestly, I honestly do. The more things you go
Yeah,
through, the more you realize that a lot of shit that's just doesn't matter. I mean, you realize that as you go through things with your girls, like, why am I
yeah.
arguing over this? Does it really matter? Doesn't really matter. It's if it a lot of things come down to. I'll tell you what marriages come down to. It's if someone is it goes out and cheats or money wise. That's what it comes down to. Very rarely does it come down to the old lady looks at you and says, I hate your ass after 15 years. It very rarely comes down to that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's usually someone is not sincere and they've gone off and done something they shouldn't, or it's money wise. Money wise, you get in fights with money. But if you if you really come down to money, what's money? It doesn't really matter. You both make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be blaming her for financial problems, and she shouldn't be blaming you. You're both in it together, right?
I mean, that's unfortunately nowadays, considered the traditional mindset. But that for me, it makes sense. It's like, I honestly, for me, when I get paid and I'm able to take them out to a dinner and do this, I don't
Right,
give a
right.
fuck
You
if I
enjoy
have
it.
5 cents left in my account. I felt
Right,
like I
right. You
handled
enjoy.
business, and that makes me help sleep at night. But sometimes it doesn't work the other way around because one of the biggest discussions I've had with my lady is like, your perspective of money has always been very different than mine. I make money just to make sure that this and this is handled. You were allowed to enjoy making money to have fun. I didn't get that. So I don't normally go have fun with my money. Don't get me wrong. My fun now is to spend some money in the game, go out to my local dive bar, but I'm not going to fucking go, $100 deep into a tab or anything like that. But, like as long as I take care of what matters, which is the expenses at home and making sure my two boys are fed and they're good to go. I don't give a fuck if I'm broken. I can't fucking, I'll eat leftovers. I don't give a shit because my priorities were already handled and I already took care of it. But and it just and the thing is, I would say at the end of the day, you can't compare your situation to someone else. Every situation, every household is different. For me, I could be making more money, but the reason I'm not making more money is because I don't want to put my kid as as the have to take care of for grandma because I don't want to burn her out, dude. You know what I mean? And my lady doesn't see that way, and I'm like, look, dude, for right now, until we get into maybe some sort of after school program, I'll just temporarily work less. You handle your job. You got a good career. You do your thing. But we can't bring your mom out because there's going to be times when we might need her for a weekend. But if you fucking have her watching the kid all week long, then it's just like now you're going to add the weekend because you want to go out drinking. It's like you can't do that to people. You know what I mean? You can't burn out your free resources as
Oh,
much as you would like to.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I, I,
So, but the
I
thing is,
I
at the end of the
understand it.
day, you can't compare your situation to others. And I would say for in our problems, that's what's going on. It's like, oh, they have this. It's like let them have that. But you got a great job. You have a great career opportunity, and you have you're in a situation where you're finally valued compared to the other jobs that you've had these other years where you just got screwed over left and right all the fucking time for being too fucking nice, dude, So, I mean, but
Money,
it's
money,
crazy.
money's not everything. It really is
Mm.
not. It's just not. I felt that way for years now. It's just not. I could care less. And at one time, I really made great money.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't care. I just don't care anymore. I just don't. Maybe it's getting older, and I'm in a whole different financial situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but dude, it
Eh,
it it it, it is. I've experienced to a certain degree. When you truly love someone, it is a very fucking scary experience to be to know that you're in a crossroads and there's nothing you can do to make sure that this person comes out of it alive. And that's really really fucking scary because for me I guess I'm a traditional male. Like I want to make sure my lady's okay. And there was experiences where I was like really really very fairly afraid of her overall health and everything. And
But
I
that's
was
what
like, you know what I mean?
but
So it's like when you truly love someone and you're in that situation and you don't know if you're gonna fucking see them alive the next day, that shit wakes up different types of things
oh, it
in your
does.
head.
Oh, it does. When believe me, when my wife had cancer, and I thought, oh, this is someone could die here. You get a whole different outlook on things. You're like, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that matters. It's just like you would give up anything.
Hmm.
It's just like, I'll give it. You know what? Doesn't matter. Whatever it takes. That's it is.
But
It's the
that's
same
it.
way you
That's what
feel.
it. Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's the same. But it's the same way with kids, true. Until
Oh,
someone says, until someone tells you, until you have your own kid, you never know that. People always say that. Oh, I give up my life for my kid. You don't know that until you have a kid.
hmm
You don't know that because then you realize, yeah, I would give up that for my kid.
oh yeah, yeah, oh,
But
absolutely, for sure. Like
but
it's
if
like yeah, until you're in that situation, you don't understand it, and it's funny you bring that up because in the environment that I work in, there's a lot of interaction with parents, right? Parents are learning how to transition from the elementary grade to the middle school and high school grades and stuff like that. So they don't know how to let go. So there's a lot of trust being put out there when it comes to making sure that the environment that they're in is safe for their kids. But they don't realize how quickly that changes because you had control up until fifth grade, but now this is the summer for them going into middle school. So things change, and now you're being able to expose them to a campus or like an environment where they're on their own, they do their own thing, and you just have to step back and trust. And dude, you as a parent, you start to develop those things that people say you shouldn't have, but you fucking do it regardless, which is you judge the environment, and then you look around and you look for, like, is this place cool or not? So yeah, for sure, things, especially when it comes to a kid, it's like, everything changes, man. But it's one of those things. It's like when the kid comes around, I think for me it was easier to become a parent when I came to this crossroad where I was like, okay, I did what I wanted to do, and I came to peace because I always wanted to just there's these personal goals. I wanted to perform live as a musician. I wanted to accomplish a couple things as a skater. I wanted to do this and that, and I finally got to do those things. And sitting there at 35. I'm like, okay, I think I'm good now. Like I lived and I did what I could. And I think the next step is now to be a parent and stuff like that. And then that's it. You embrace it. You enjoy it. You roll with the punches. Is it going to be easy? No, because you don't know what you get, dude. And then you start to believe into things, and you start to really realize and conclude in a different manner because you start to honestly understand this is a fucking miracle that my kid is what I would, consider normal and healthy. Not everybody gets that. Some people are stuck with really challenging situations, whether it's a mental health issue, physical issues, and all the kind of things. I'm lucky my kid can go around and do whatever the fuck he wants and jump off whatever he wants. Like, not
yeah,
everybody gets
yeah.
that, dude. You know what I mean?
No, no,
You
dude.
know?
You end up with autistic kids. You end up with
Yeah.
dude.
And
That's fucked up. It's fucked up, and
yeah, man. And then you have the unfair situations. I think the most traumatizing story I was ever shared. Um, I don't remember. I don't know if it was one of my dad's friends or my mom's friends, but the mom gave birth to the kid, and the nurse um, did something wrong and ended up snapping the newborn's spine, and now that it was paralyzed for the rest of its life. And it's
yeah.
like,
Imagine
it's
trying
like,
to live with that.
yeah, exactly. Like your kid, everything was quote unquote normal, but someone else's either honest mistake or just fucking lack of profession, whatever it was. Now your kid's fucking paralyzed for the rest of its life.
But imagine trying to live with that, dude. To be honest with you, as a parent,
Well, I don't.
it's
I don't.
it's
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 it's hard.
it's that's fucked up. That's seriously fucked up.
Yeah,
That's just
that was definitely one of the most intense stories I was ever shared. But I mean, it happens, dude. It fucking happens, man. And I just, yeah, they're gonna be great, well off financially and medically because the the amount of money those
but that
individuals won.
but,
But
but,
it's like,
but
was that even
mon-
worth it, dude? No.
money doesn't buy that. I have a buddy. Him and his wife had a son. He they were like both in their 40s, and she got pregnant. He was like, oh shit, I don't know how she got pregnant. I didn't think she'd get pregnant at 40, but he ended up autistic. And and dude, he bought like a brand new Nissan Sentra, and this kid, he ripped the whole entire they left him in the car, and he ripped the shit out of the car and blah blah blah. Dude, the time this kid was 19, he was in a insane asylum. They had to put him in there because he was so fucking crazy. And I thought to myself, how can you do that to your kid? But then I was talking to my wife one day about it, and she's like, Eric, you don't know what they went through. You're not walking in their shoes. And I thought about that, and that's 100% truth. You just don't know. So I don't know if you can judge people until you actually walk in their shoes and see what they've been through. It's
Yeah,
it's
and
it's
everybody's
it's
patience is so different, dude. It. Some people just literally have all the patience in the world, and others just don't, dude. And
I don't know. I just
that
don't know if I
that
could do that to my child.
yeah,
I just I mean, I know you know how you feel about your kids. I know how I feel about my kids. But you know what? Our kids were perfectly fine.
yeah.
They didn't have problems. It's dude, it's just like when I was talking to Dart, he's like was freaking out about the kid's arm, and I'm like, dude, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this is just one of
This
many.
is just
I
part of the.
go,
This is literally normal. Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah.
I told him, I go, Darth, if he's anything like it is, he's gonna get back on it and he's gonna go right at it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him, then he's like, blah blah blah. And I'm like, Darth, I had a bice. I was telling him, and my mom was telling me the story the other day. Do you remember? So the houses back in the day, they had shingle, like wood shingle roofs. Have you ever seen old school wood shingle roofs on the house? They're made out of wood, and it's
Wood
just
shingle
shingles made out.
roofs. Wood
Yeah,
shingle.
on roofs. That's what they're they're just wood shingle
Oh
roofs.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, old school stuff for sure.
old school, old school.
Yeah.
This is in it was in the 70s. And I thought it would be a great idea to try to ride my bicycle off the roof. I was like
Oh,
12
so
or
what the fuck?
13.
Seriously?
I was like, yeah, I was like 12 or 13. And as I did, I ate shit and I landed in the planter. And it was a concrete planter. And I hit my elbow and my bone shattered through my skin on my planter.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it had to be my left arm. I fucked it up good. And I remember the bone shattered through, went right through the skin. And my mom came out. She's like, "What in the fuck?" And I was screaming, dude. I was crying, blah blah blah. But that never stopped me from doing anything else before.
Yeah.
Again, we went right back and we built half pipes and everything else. It was like no helmets, no nothing, dude. It was just like my mom tells me that story and I just crack up. She goes, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. I was like, I was gonna jump
Yeah.
off the roof. I think my buddy bet me that I couldn't do it.
Probably.
Well, well, guess what? I couldn't do it.
Holy shit, House. That's insane. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
It's
but
funny. It's funny you say that because it reminds me of when my kiddo, he was 2.5, and he had a specific little like scooter that he would just fucking blast, dude. Just go absolutely like just mental on just blasting through it, just going hella fast. And there was this one time I had the screen door open and I let him just kind of cruise. He was like running laps in the house and going, do whatever. And I'm like clean and everything. And then I looked to my left, and thankfully the kitchen has a window that sees into the backyard. And he had this really like this like 4-foot slide, like he just would be able to sit down and just slide down it. And what he ended up doing was he ended up walking up with the scooter and wanted to drop into the slide with the scooter. He was 2.5 years old when he was doing this. Bro, I've never ran so fast in my life. To grab him right before he went in. where or how this 2.5-year-old decided to walk up a 4-foot little like plastic, slide and then want to drop in with the scooter. Like I don't get it.
It's no fear. It's no fear. That's what it is.
Dude. And I mean, he just recently, it's funny because he just recently sprained his ankle. But dude, but he recovered so fast from it. It's like
I told Dart the same thing. I go, dude, they recover so quick, dude. It's just like
he sprained his ankle on Friday. We took him into the ER. He had a sprain or like a wrap on it and everything. Thankfully nothing cracked. Nothing, it was just a sprain. Like it was just a muscle sprain. And then by Monday he's back in school, jumping off the fucking playground again.
Churro, you remember Razor scooters when they first came out?
Yeah, I do.
So we bought our kids, me and my cousin. My cousin's 2 years older than me. So he's probably 60 now. Dude, this had to be 20 years ago, maybe more.
Oh yeah, for sure,
When they
absolutely.
when they
Early
first when they
2000s.
first
Yeah.
so they first came out. He's like we bought our son's Razor scooters. They were the hottest thing. You unfold them, you do whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, his son's like trying to do it, and he's like, no, let me show you how to do this, blah blah blah. So he gets on this Razor scooter. Well, he's going down the sidewalk. Well, the sidewalk's uneven. One lip is higher than the other because of the roots of the trees. Dude, he hits that. He goes head over heels and breaks both his arms
Oh my God.
out in the front yard. Dude, we are laughing our asses off. We had to call we had to call the ambulance.
Bro, kids are not made the same, dude. It's just not.
It's
It's
they're
just,
like,
yeah.
no, this was my cousin that did that. He was trying to show his son how to do the razor, and he did it. He was like in
Oh,
his
he did
30s
it.
or so.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
thought you meant your nephew did it. Oh
No,
my God.
no. My cousin did. He was showing his son how to do it. He's showing my son and his son how you ride the razor scooter because they weren't getting it. So he tried to do it, and he hit the fucking lip of that. He went head over heels and broke both
Oh
wrists.
my God, dude.
Dude, his wife, my wife, we're all out there fucking her, laughing our asses off, and he comes up and both his wrists are tweaked, and we're like, oh shit, we had to call the
That's
ambulance.
so crazy, dude. Oh my
Yes,
God.
dude, I got to show you the picture. He has casts on both his arms at Christmas time.
That's
He's trying to
Christmas
drink.
time. Oh
He's,
my God.
he's trying to drink a beer, and he's holding it between two casts.
That's fucking funny.
I get. He came back, dude. We came back like 2 days later. I'm like, yeah, you sure showed them. And then you
Jesus,
see his
man.
kid. You see the kids flying by on a scooter. Like, yeah, what's the problem? This isn't really hard. Uh, dude, funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off. It's just like, dude, I think it took him like fucking 3 months to recover. Where it'd probably take
That's
the kid
still
like
pretty
three.
quick for his age too. But
Yeah, dude,
that's just gnarly, dude.
it'd have
That's
probably
one
took.
of the things for me. You know what, dude? I got fucking made fun of like crazy because I would always wear wrist guards skating. But at the time, I was learning how to play drums, and I was like, I'm not gonna fucking risk fucking breaking the wrist and not being able to keep playing drums because I was equally obsessed with playing drums and skating. This was like sophomore year of high school. And I would just I would have, yeah, I would show up with wrist guards and shit, and everybody like, yeah, you're a fucking fag, like, you're gonna skate, you fucking poser. I'm like, fuck you bitches, dude. I don't give a shit. And man, dude, but and some of those people that talk shit couldn't last after a fucking major injury, man. It was, yeah, I mean, it's just those injuries when it comes to skateboarding, or it's either you make it or you break it, dude. Like you either you come back or you don't, man. That's how it goes. And I think I've always believed that if you introduce a kid young, they're gonna have something pretty crazy to experience early, and it's either like, are you down, or are you not? And I'm thinking about Gabe, and I feel bad for him, but it's like, and the worst injuries are the simplest mistakes, dude. I remember the one time I fucking busted my head open and got staples and everything was because I was just fucking plowing through the downtown streets, and I remember this shit as clear as day. My buddy and I were skating. We were trying to catch up. We were hanging out. Like, hey, let's get back into it. Let's do it, dude. All right, cool, for sure. We skated all day long. We were all, shits and giggles, like, oh man, back in the day, we would have been able to fucking skate all day without getting tired, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like 9 o'clock, and we're like, hey, let's go get a beer or whatever. So we go to get a beer, and we're like, we're over it really fucking quick. Get some food. And then we're just still pretty juiced about it, right? And him and I, we just grab our boards and we're just cruising the downtown, just hanging out. And then I'm getting overconfident, and I'm just pumping, dude, just fucking blasting through the streets. And I hit a fucking rock, and I flew probably a good 3 feet, dude, and landed straight on the back of like the right corner of my head, and rolled. And when I came to, I just felt like there was water coming down from the back of my ear, and I knew it was blood. And I look on the floor, and I'm just fucking bleeding like crazy because clearly I just had like a couple beers. And my friend's like,
were you skating on Bones wheels?
yeah, actually, I was. That's funny you say that. Yeah, it was Bones wheels, dude, because it was cruiser boards, the boards that he used to
I know.
That's funny how you nailed it. So then it's like fucking midnight, and we have to go to the ER, dude. And then we're there in the fucking ER, and I got this fucking, at the end of the day, the craziest part is that I couldn't close my mouth all the way. And like, then my head was killing me. So then they fucking have to go and they give me an MRI on my skull just to make sure like everything was good. They obviously found that like, I fucking busted my head open, got to get staples, and then my fucking jaw was all crooked from the fucking hit. And yeah, they're like, yeah, you definitely have a concussion. You got to stay off this shit for a long time. I think it took like about maybe a good 6 months to fucking be good.
Does Powell and all them still make boards?
Well, they do, but like, actually, you know what, dude?
How about independent trucks? Are they still around?
Independent still solid. A couple actually about maybe in 2006 or 8, around that time, one of the original guys from Independent did his own thing and made Axis trucks or whatever, but he took the original mold and did his own thing, and they were way better than Independent. And a lot of people here in the Bay Area, a lot of the San Francisco skaters ended up adapting to that thing. I think it's Axel or whatever.
How about Vision Streetwear?
No, I don't know about Vision. I thought Vision was a distributor.
No, Vision Street. Look at Vision Streetwear. They made skater shoes and everything back in the day. That was late 80s. It was.
Vision's still around. Yeah, they're still around.
I think my last board was probably. I think my last skateboard that I probably skated was probably a John Lucero board.
Oh, John Lucero was a Black Label, no?
John Lucero was.
Yeah, dude, he's with yeah. John Lucero was the founder of Black Label Skateboards, and yeah,
yeah, but
he created it out of their.
John Lucero Joker board is what I had.
Yep.
Was the last one? Was the last skateboard I had? There it is, John Lucero skate. I'm looking it up right now. That was the last board I had.
Oh no, John Lucero's a fucking.
There it is. Hey, Churro. It's the. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, the bright green.
The bright pink one is available. Yeah.
I had the bright green one. This is going for $900.
Oh shit, dude! The one with the pink Joker, that was a thing back then.
Yep. It's $900 fucking dollars, dude. That's the board I used to. Dude, that was my last. Dude, are you fucking kidding
But he
me?
also released it in a bright green, like a Ninja Turtle green too.
Dude, that's the last board I rode.
Get out of here, dude. There's some people still riding this
Yeah.
shit, dude, for sure. John Lucero, hell yeah, because he was running Black Label out of his fucking garage, and he had a fucking badass
Oh,
team
you're
in the
right.
early
Oh, you're
2000s,
right.
dude.
You're right. You're right. He is Black Label. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Black Label.
he
Dude.
had a fucking phenomenal team in the early 2000s, dude. Like some fucking
He was a
amazing
dude.
skaters.
They were nobodies though. We used to skate with them at Pipeline in Upland. Go look at the Pipeline in Upland. That's where we used to skate all the time. If you look at the Pipeline in Upland,
Pipeline, in one word, Upland.
and in Upland, California, go look at the Pipeline in Upland, California, the skate park.
That thing's still around?
No, dude, it's gone. It's gone. But that's
You
what
mean the one with the
that's where.
full with the full pipe, the whole like
Yep, that's the Upland Pipeline, dude. That's where we used to skate back in the day. Dude, go look at the YouTube videos of that, and you'll see all the big skaters skated. That's where you used to skate all the time. We used to go there every weekend.
it's so funny how the Santa Cruz skate park definitely stole a lot of that fucking design. That's so funny. Is that
It was
Cab?
pivotal. It was pivotal and vertical skateboard hosting famous contests and pros. Yeah, that's
So
where we used to
they
skate.
took that whole park down?
It's gone, dude. It's been gone. It's been gone, dude. Dude, I remember. So you'd have to pay to get in there, and there'd be a glass. There's a glass thing to where you could have part of the skate park. It'd be like an amateur part to like you would skate, and then they'd have a certain place just for the pros, and everyone would just sit around and watch the pros. And it was, dude, and those guys were there every day,
That's so gnarly.
every day. Every single skateboarder you could think of that was awesome was there. Every single one, Churro. Yeah, I mean, and they were just kids, dude. They were all just young kids. They would all hang out. You guys, you do whatever. It was that's what it was. Pretty cool, huh? That's
It's just it's
yeah.
so gnarly to talk to someone that like was there when it was all happening. Like people don't understand like how much progression was done between
Yeah,
78
but
to
that's
91. Like
yeah, but that's where I grew
tricks
up
being
out here.
invented, basics being invented, like everything was all based on being able to skate
So, so, so,
a
so dude,
pool and everything.
I was
That's so
probably,
gnarly.
dude, I had probably been 9 or 10, and I lived in Garden Grove at the time, and there's a Garden Grove shopping mall, and they put a skate park in there, and I remember these dudes were skating on half pipes. I was a young kid. I, I mean, dude, I'd be 8 or 9, and we rode our skateboards over there, and it was Tony Alva.
No shit, dude.
He was skating. He had this wide ass board, dude, and the grip tape. And in the middle of his board, it said Alba, and it was like in red and black, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was all carved out. And we were like, and he was dude, and he wasn't even really doing anything. He was just cruising, street skating, and
Yeah,
fucking
but
white
that's
ass
how it all
white.
started though, dude. That was the early
Oh,
shit when they were fucking blending the whole surfing thing and just carving and
right,
you know what I mean? Like
right,
that was the evolution
right,
of it when they fucking brought
right,
in surfing into skating and people were like,
dude.
"Oh shit, we can move this way and that way."
Dude,
You
he
know what I
had
mean?
no shirt
That's
on.
fucking history right there, dude.
Dude, he had no shirt on. He had these short OP shorts on with long ass hair, and he's just cruising, dude. He's got these fucking slip on Vans, and we're like, this dude is badass.
Yeah, man. Oh, but dude, then the 80s come in and my favorite fucking skater of all time has always been Christian Hosoi, dude. Oh my god.
He was, dude. We skated in a pool. My buddy Rick Shaver had a pool, and Tony Alva came over.
It's just
Dude,
so crazy, like how that whole area was just.
yeah,
It's still to this day has always been the mecca. Like other than going out to Spain and Barcelona, Like you go out to, LA and everywhere out there, it's just a different level.
Orange County, California was a mecca of. That's where a lot of those skaters came out of, and
Yeah.
they were, but everybody knew everybody. They were chill. It wasn't like you looked at that dude and you watched him skate, and you're like, this dude's pretty badass. But they were just completely chill. You didn't know what was gonna happen. He was just a normal person at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I compare the skate scene to the grunge scene in Seattle, where everybody was just like just being progressive. Like it was just a special generation of people. You know what I mean? And like they didn't think about it. Oh, it was going to become like this massive thing in
Right.
history. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like for me, it's like I'm this kid and I'm just getting all this information. Like, oh, all this shit was happening down in
But
LA, and all this shit's happening out in Seattle. Like, it's just all these bands and all the sound and all. It was just like
yeah,
just
but
insane, dude.
you didn't realize that at the time
Yeah.
at any
Okay.
event. That's the thing. You at the time that was going on, they weren't big. It was nothing. It was just like people that you went to see, and it just wasn't big. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like
Yeah,
it
I
was like
totally get it. Yeah.
it was like you be meeting someone before they became famous, before it blew up. That's exactly what it was. Because like my wife's like when my wife first met, she's like, "You've been to Hollywood this many times to see this many bands," and I'm like, "Yeah, these are just normal. It is what it is." I saw so many bands at the Viper Room and all kinds of things down in Hollywood. It was insane. I remember seeing Motley Crue when there were nobody's. They got. I saw like so Prince opened up for
Yeah.
someone and they
Keep tell me that story. I want to hear that story.
so he opened up for a big band and he came on and he was singing and they booed him off stage and threw shit at him. Can you imagine that? Because they didn't even know who he was. And we were like, who the fuck is this guy? He sucks. Now that I look back, I told my wife about that. She's like, oh, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. I mean, but can you imagine that? Dude, I saw so many bands.
I
It's,
mean, I
dude,
I can't imagine it really. To be honest with you, it's like it's just one of those things you just hear. It's just I don't even know.
That's the era I grew up in, though, dude. I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s, to where that's what went on. That's what it was. Dude, I'm a connoisseur of music. I love all music.
Oh yeah,
I don't
dude.
care. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
care. I'm all over that space. If you're a good musician, you're a good musician. I don't care what kind of music it is. It's I'm more about my era though. I like the people that play guitars, write their own music, sing their own songs.
yeah,
Anymore nowadays. I'm like, yeah, you guys don't write any of this. It's all lip synced. It's all this blah blah
yep,
blah. You guys have no clue what real bands were.
yeah. But you
It's
were, I mean, dude. Yeah, it's just I the standards that were placed
so
before were just
you like
so.
more late 70s music?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would say from like 67 to like 76 is where I drew a lot of my inspiration, and then I leaped into like right now I'm going through a huge grunge episode, and it's just like it's just crazy because it's there's always good generations of music, but I would say everything that came from like 65 to 75 I'm always hooked, and then the grunge era was just phenomenal to me.
I'll tell you if you want to go see still a band that's really good. If you get to see even without go see Alice in Chains just with
Dude,
Jerry
that's
Control.
who I'm
With
fucking
go
so
see them
hooked.
go see them with Jerry Contrell. Dude, he is really good. Me and my wife saw him in like at an India casino probably like a year ago. Maybe it's 2 years ago. But dude, they are so good. I mean, Lane Staley was fucking awesome. But
Yeah.
if you go see Jerry Control and the rest of them, they are really good.
Yeah.
It it's
That, yeah.
all those with Chris L, all them.
That,